Hi everyone, Mr. Markwick here. Today's video I'm going to show you how to annualize an interest rate when we're looking at compound interest. The reason we would do this is so that we can compare rates that have different compounding periods. The example I'm going to go through today, I've got Bank A and Bank B. Bank A has an 8% per annum interest rate, which is compounded quarterly. Bank B has a 7.2% per annum interest rate, which is compounded more regularly every month. So if you were just looking at these interest rates and thinking, I'm going to invest the money, I'm going to invest it in Bank A because it has a higher interest rate per annum, well, that might not necessarily be the rate when we're looking at an annual rate. So to make a fair comparison, what we're actually going to do is look at what the rate would be for both of these banks per year, annualize it, and then we can make an easy, fair comparison. To do that, what I'm going to use is part of the compound interest formula, which we've looked at before in one of my videos. I'm just looking at the multiplier section here, and we're going to look at the number of years being 1, so we're annualizing it, and just, I guess, substituting our values into that to to make a fair comparison. So let's get straight into the example here with Bank A. Bank A has 8% per annum, which is compounded quarterly. So to divide that by 4, I would work out that 8 divided by 4 is 2. So it's actually 2% per quarter. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is convert that to a decimal by dividing by 100. Okay. So that we can put that into our multiplier here in our formula. So 2 divided by 100 is 0.02. And then I'm just going to pop that in. So that becomes 1 plus 0.02 to the power of k times n. Remember, k is the number of compounding periods, n is the number of years. We're just using n as 1. So I'm just going to put in the number of compounding periods, which is 4 in this case, quarterly, 4 times a year. Then what we're going to just do is pop that into our calculator. So brackets 1 plus 0.02 to the power of 4 is let's go to 4 decimal places here, 1.0824. 1.0824. Now what we're actually going to look at, we're only just going to look at the decimal part here, and that is the annualized version of our interest rate. So I'm only looking at, I guess, these numbers here, which tells me that the annual interest rate is 8.24%. Okay, basically I'm taking 1 and multiplying by 100 to convert it back to a rate. So 8.24% is 8% per annum compounded quarterly as an annual rate. Okay, so I've annualized that's 8% compounded quarterly. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the annual rate for Bank B. So again, we're going to start with 7.2%. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this time by the number of compounding periods per year, which is in this case 12. So divide by 12. So 7.2 divided by 12 should be 0.6. So that's 0.6%. You can put that on a calculator if you need to. So it's, 7.2% per annum divided by 12 months of the year, 0.6. That's still a percent. It's 0.6% per month. What I'm going to do is I need to still convert that to a decimal by dividing that by 100, which takes it to 0.006. Then I'm going to put that into the multiplier like we did in the first example. So then it becomes 1 plus 0.006, in this case, to the power of 12. Okay. Remember, it's to the power of k times n. K is the number of compounding periods per year. In this case, it's 12. It's been compounded monthly. In this case, n is the number of years, and we're just using 1 for the number of years to annualize it, to work out the rate per 1 year. Again, put that into your calculator. So let's get the bracket open first. So 1 plus 0.006 all to the power of 12 is, again, let's go to 4 decimal places, 1.0744. 1.0744. And again, we're just looking at, that decimal section. So we're looking at those, last 3 digits, 7.44. We're taking away the 1, multiplying by 100 to convert it back to a rate. So it's 7.44% as an annual rate. All right. So essentially what I've worked out is that 8% per annum compounded quarterly equates to 8.24% annually, and 7.2% per annum compounded monthly works out to 7.44% if it was to be compounded annually. All right, so there I can make a comparison between these two in terms of which one's better. So for example, if I wanted to invest money, I'm looking for one that has a higher interest rate, so I would look to go with Bank A. If I was looking to take out a loan with one of these banks, I would look for the one that has the lower interest rate. In this case, that would be Bank B, 7.44%. Again, you can use this to compare or just annualize a single rate if you're comparing, I guess, 2 different rates, in this case, which I was, or you can even be comparing more. It's the same process. You would just, do more working out to compare the 3 or 4 or more different annual interest rates. So that's it, guys. That's how you annualize an interest rate. Hopefully that helps. Thanks.